And then it shall be free.
What's up, everybody? It's Young here with day 16 of the Metal Gear Solid 5 Countdown Retrospective. Just one more day until we are halfway there. How exciting is that? For today's retrospective, I would like to talk about another pivotal event in MGS5's development cycle. It all began on December 7th, 2012, which was the date in which 2012's Video Game Awards, or VGA 2012, was hosted. On that fateful day and event, the world would feast their eyes to a trailer for something called The Phantom Pain.
Please try to relax. There is plenty of time. I need to tell you something. You've been in a coma for quite some time.
On your feet, soldier. The whole place is coming down.
V has come to.
People were immediately entranced by this mysterious trailer and game, but there were also those who couldn't help but feel a sense of familiarity until it finally hit them. The protagonist's mullet and beard shared an uncanny resemblance to the iconic character Snake. It was at that point that people began to suspect that there was more to Phantom Pain than met the eye, with many quickly suspecting that the trailer was nothing more than a ruse by Hideo Kojima, and thus the gaming community of the internet united and began investigating, and here is what they found. The mullet and beard were what sparked suspicions, but the spark soon turned into a flame of doubts when people began to notice that Phantom Pain's graphics vastly resembled the Fox engine and Ground Zeroes, from the character models, the lighting, textures, to the ultra-photorealistic look. Soon, the internet began rigorously analyzing every aspect of the trailer and noticing even crazier connections between Phantom Pain and the Metal Gear series. Over the days following VGA 2012, They noticed that the doctor that greets the patient's awakening from the coma shares an uncanny resemblance to Metal Gear 2's Dr. Kyo Marv. They noticed how this shot of a car crash has been alluded to by Kojima in a tweet he posted on June 21st, 2012, which talked about a rehearsal for a scene in which someone is getting out of an upside-down car that resulted from a car accident. People noticed the white petals floating above the protagonist, a clear reference to when Big Boss battled the Boss in Snake Eater. They noticed the gas mask on this child, which was very reminiscent of Psycho Mantis. They noticed how this character's right eye is covered by the bandages, similarly to how Big Boss has an eye patch on his right eye. They noticed how the soldiers raiding the hospital are the same XOF soldiers from Ground Zeroes, how this spectral man on fire here vastly resembles Volgan, and finally they noticed the kid seen earlier floating in a very similar fashion to Psycho Mantis in this last shot of the trailer. As if those hints weren't enough, after VGA 2012, those who attended the event noticed that there were Konami employees wearing Phantom Pain and Moby Dick Studio t-shirts, among them being Kyle Cooper, who designed the title sequences for Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. There's also the name Joachim Mogren, the alleged CEO of the alleged studio that was allegedly making the game, Moby Dick Studio. The first name, Joachim, is an anagram for Kojima, and Mogren contains the word ogre in it. But what really convinced everyone that Phantom Pain was indeed some kind of ruse from Hideo Kojima was when it was discovered that the words Metal Gear Solid 5 fit perfectly into the gaps and slots on the title. Yeah, after this, there was truly very little room for doubt. Something else that was quickly established was the location of this hospital scene. Many people noticed that there was a map of Cyprus alongside a flag of the UK in the back of the hospital room, indicating that this hospital likely resides somewhere in a UK sovereign region of Cyprus. Shortly after this discovery, the possible location of the hospital was narrowed down to the bottom leftmost corner of this small peninsula. In real life, this little piece of land houses a real-life hospital called Princess Mary's Hospital, and it was theorized that this may very well be the same hospital seen in the Phantom Pain trailer. This deduction came from this painting that can be found on the hospital's wall, which features an image that vastly resembles a satellite view of Princess Mary's Hospital. So two things became clear shortly after the launch of this trailer. Phantom Pain was almost certainly Metal Gear Solid 5, and the hospital scene almost certainly took place on this bottom leftmost corner of this little peninsula that resides in a UK sovereign area of Cyprus. Now, there were still a lot of questions that could not be answered at the time, such as how did Big Boss end up in a coma? How did he end up in Cyprus? How did he lose an arm? How does any of this relate to Ground Zeroes? And just in general, what the fuck is going on? But many of these questions would be answered months later during GDC 2013. So with that, I would like to end day 16 of the Metal Gear Solid 5 Countdown Retrospective. Thank you for tuning in. Let us know in the comments below what your thoughts and theories were of the trailer when it came out at the time. And to be further updated on the MGS5 Countdown Retrospective, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.